Yo guys, what's up? Ampro here, and I'm here with part 4 of the skill tutorial. This time I'm going to make a beam move. It's pretty simple. You like float up into the air, do a little blast. That's it. I'm going to actually show you guys it right now. You float up into the air, we can like aim it around, whatever. And then when we let go, it turns into a big beam. I also made it so that you can't like just like laser people like that. Like when you're shooting the beam, you can't actually move it. It's like in one place, and it's wherever you let go, so it's a little bit balanced. It isn't like a sniper rifle. I can attempt to show you guys how to fix that. Not even fix it, to change that if you don't like it, because I know some people like busted moves, so I can show you guys that later. Alright, so what do we need to do? First, I'm gonna give you guys the models. There's a wind model, there's a charge particle, and then there's that big beam thing, and there's also a shockwave model, but it's like really small. You're just gonna drag that into the assets VFX folder in this test skill set, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go into the code then. First things first, we want to set up the move, right? So we're gonna go over to skill sets, and we're just gonna add a new move. It's gonna be for the R key, so let's go add that. Here you go, R key. It's called beam, 0.3 second cooldown again, because we want to be able to spam it right now. You can change this to like a little higher number, but for testing purposes, I'm gonna keep it at 0.3, basically non-existent. There's also gonna be some other stuff involving the cooldown that I'm gonna fix and change in the next video, but for now, we're just gonna stick with what we have. I'm not gonna change too much involving the cooldown module. We are going to need to change the scale replicator to make the input module actually work. So we're gonna first change that because I spelled it wrong, obviously. And we're also gonna make it only run if we're already attacking. This is just a precautionary measure, so we're not like yelling at the server too much, because that can lag out the server. We're actually doing input began 1, 2. Just keep track. And we're also going to need to give our player an input module table inside the input module. If you go in here, as you can see, it's for each player. However, we need somewhere to set up that. So let's go to the server handler and quickly add one for the player. It's probably smart to remove this once the player leaves, but I'm not going to do that for time's sake. Let's go over to the moves, and then we're going to go to the test skill set here for server. On the server, all we're really going to do is make him float into the air, tell the client to make the charge particle, wait like a second, and then we're gonna shoot the beam, wait 3 seconds, destroy the positioning body forces. So I'm just gonna paste it all in here, and I'm gonna call the move beam, and it's simply just a function. We pass whatever in it, and boom, here's our little. Here's the code. We grab our character, we make him lift into the air using a body position, tell the client that we want to do a charge attack, charge effect. Here, let me shorten this so you guys can actually see it. That's it, and it's pretty much the same thing here, except I used beam instead of charge, so I'm gonna actually just place that Cool. That's literally it. I'm gonna give you guys just a second and look through it before you guys go on and copy it. So yeah, let's go. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the client side effects, which this time is relatively easy to do. Not as much crazy math here. So let's go over to our client side script and we're gonna add our beam effect. And we're also gonna need a charge effect. Let's do the charge first since it's the easier one. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the humanoid root part in the mouse. Then we're gonna create a body gyro or gyro, and it's gonna point us in the direction of our mouse. So like we can rotate around facing the mouse. And in order to make sure that our player isn't overriding this, we set auto rotate to false. We're gonna grab the model, which is gonna be a wind, the wind charge effect and the wind effect. So let's grab that. And let's do the wind effect now. Basically, what I'm doing here is I'm just looping through this wind real quick, and making basically a ton of wind VFX and making the size smaller in this animation. And so you guys see the full thing. This line is just rotating it to a completely random angle, and the positioning of it is going to be to the right, up a little, and in front of the player's humanoid root part or center point. And we're going to do this on a new thread because we don't want it to actually yield the thread or anything. So while we're actually doing the beam lift, we're gonna constantly set the charge particle's position and the direction of our player. Now once we're no longer lifting or charging, we're gonna get rid of the particles by telling them to not be enabled. I'm gonna remove this. Oh, and yeah, that's important. I forgot to get rid of the wind, so let's actually get rid of the wind. Nice. So now we're basically halfway there. After 3 seconds, we want our player to be able to rotate again by their own, and we're gonna remove this angle. So right here, we're setting the angle constantly, and then once we're shooting, basically we lock its angle, and after 3 seconds, we destroy the body gyro. So we run it, the charge particle should work already. As you can see, float up in the air, got a charge particle, and then we're locked here, can't move. 3 seconds over, we can move again. Pretty cool. Pretty easy. Now let's do the beam. For the beam, it's just a bunch of numbers and math and some animations. Here are the 3 easiest things. Humanoid root part, we're just going to define that. We're going to get the mouse, set a max distance. You can set this to whatever you want. And we're going to create a start position, end position variable. And then we're going to do a pseudo mouse position thing, basically mouse position, but with a limit on it. So if there is a result, then end position is equal to the result of the raycast, and otherwise it's going to just be the maximum distance. And then we're gonna get the real distance between the start position and end position, and then we're gonna get the speed of the beam. And after 1 second, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the model, and we're gonna parent it to the workspace.effects, and we're gonna set the start position again just in case. You don't really need this. Actually, you do need it because you wait 1 second. My fault. And we're going to position our end position and start position of our beam. Start positions Kame1, end positions Kame2, and then we're gonna do basically the wind effects here, except for the shock waves. Make sure we're actually removing the shock after like a second. Same logic with the wind. We're just angling it and positioning it, changing its size, transparency, and we're gonna do it like 10 times. Now there's gonna be a couple of animations we're gonna play and some math we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and paste that in here so you guys can see. We're taking the end position, which was currently at the start position basically, and we're positioning it to the end position in an animation, and it's gonna happen at the speed of the beam. Now for the outer beam and inner beam, we're gonna rotate it basically by 90 degrees from what the start position was. That is because the cylinders are actually sideways, and so you gotta manually rotate it by 90 degrees again to make it look right. And then we're gonna basically create an animation for that. So it's like following the end position. So it like grows out, like the beam grows out. That's basically this right here. And we're basically gonna wait until beam shoot position is gone. That means like the move is finished. We're gonna get rid of all the particles, right, from the end position to start position. And after that, we are going to basically reset everything that we did in these animations. So for one, end position is going back to start position, size is going to 0, and it's gonna go back to the start position. And we're just gonna add the model for 2 seconds. And there we go. I think that's all the effects for this. I'm just gonna do the effects today, by the way. I'm not gonna do the server side because no time. As you can see, looks pretty cool. And yeah, it goes back in. Out comes the laser. So some things that you guys might want to change with it include like the color and stuff, which is pretty easy. You just change the particle color and the beam colors. I'm sure you guys can figure that one out on your own. And then regarding the length of the beam, that's pretty easy too. I've got the max distance variable. You just change that and it should work out for you. And let's say you don't want it to end off until after that 1 second. So what you can do is basically wait the 1 second before you get the end position, and so that'll let you basically snipe people. You don't have to pre-fire. I can like look around to the last second and it's gonna shoot in whatever direction that is. And also if you do it like that, you might want to change this. Just change it so that as long as you find the beam lift position. Wait, I think this is actually good. Oh wait, no, it's clearly not good. Oh yeah. So let's we can make it okay. Oh, that's easy. Okay, never mind. We can go over to the server thing here. And you see how I'm making this new beam shoot position, right? And I'm destroying the old one. It should technically be an instant shoot, right? and we don't want it to delay the beam, I guess. So you want it to basically do this cycle until this thing is gone, and then wait another second and do this the whole time. So what you can actually do is let's see. Okay, let's do it like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh wait. Yeah, we just wait basically until the time elapsed is greater than 1. So this should let us be able to rotate around until the last second. Let's see. I'm gonna let go. Yeah, I can still rotate. Yeah, and now we shot. It'll look cooler when I add all the camera stuff and all the other VFX, but this is just the beam VFX. And yeah, we got the input module working. And to show you guys that you can really mess with the max distance, you can make it basically shoot to infinity and beyond. So yeah. See, it's gonna keep on going until infinity and beyond. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this one and you want to see more, like the video, subscribe. I'm gonna put the model and stuff in the description, so you guys don't worry about that. Also gonna put my Discord in there. You guys should definitely join the Discord. We have a lot of cool people in there who can help you with your scripts and stuff. And I'm probably gonna do another one of those game showcase things for the next video if I get enough submissions. If you want to enter, join my Discord and send it in the showcase channel. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. You guys really have been doing really well on these videos, you know, liking the video and stuff. So yeah, I might do a pretty cool tutorial next after the skill framework, maybe a revamped combat system or something. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.